EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. 2025 Carolina Panthers. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, glad you're with us. This is the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald to do the honors. And off we go from Charlotte. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And, Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell by far was the best year of his career, and it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to take a shot down the field. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Now, fair catch, he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his 2nd year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do,
And man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. On the run to the right. He'll run again.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Young.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin first and 10. The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the catch.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here, second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Christian Roseboom. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
On third and long, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep, going to Cup. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Really nice play there by the defender, Mike, and not only to force the incomplete, but it's the timing. Understanding if he gets there too early, you bring in PI. You get there too late, it leads to a completion. That time he times it just right and knocks the ball away.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Panthers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on first and 10. First carry now for Rico Dowdle. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in second and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
That is caught out wide on the RPO, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball.
Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. the Seahawks have come up with the recovery. Well, that changed quickly. A terrific scramble, getting downfield, picking up yardage, but then dropping the football. It comes out, and the defense comes up with the recovery.
There's not many quarterbacks in the league, Mike, that can make that play with their legs. It's just such a shame that at the end of that run, he fails to protect the ball. The defense is able to jar it loose and take it away of what otherwise was a pretty fantastic play there by that quarterback.
Off the bootleg, here's Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Give them
yards.
14 on that play. One play, one first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Seahawks.
First catch there for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
At the 26-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that carry.
Second and 1 at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
Second and a yard. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
That's complete. It's Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And they're going to get him down close to the marker. Was he able to reach the ball out? He did. Great spot and a great run. First down. First and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's a jet sweep with Kupp. Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Charbonnet will take this into the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Young. He'll step up and run this. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. From the 35, it's 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. They'll run with Dowdle. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Third and a yard. They'll run the sneak. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Young. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there,
I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's JSN. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
On 3rd and 2, it's Darnold. That is caught. He finds Walker. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
And he is out of bounds. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. To throw again is Darnold. Pass is completed to Cup. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Darnold to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Panthers are going to recover the football. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out 1st down and 10. On the bootleg, it's Young. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Leggett in motion. A 2nd down throw for Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That screen goes for 12. And that's a 1st down.
The relationship between the back and the offensive lineman is now the key for the run after catch. You want to make sure those linemen don't get too far down the field where they can't help protect the back. So once the running back catches it, there's a go-go call. Now everyone knows it's time to go downfield. The running back falls in behind them, and that's the landmark of the screen play.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Young. Fortunately, a Panther was right there to get on it. So no turnover. They retain possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. That's going to be intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take possession.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Darnold. He finds Hupp along the out route. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Got it with Smith and Jigba. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Seattle.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
It's
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Panthers nothing.
The Panthers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Short one there, caught by Tremble. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Second and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Second and 5. Now, Dowdle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. What can they do here on third down and 7? Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Huff brings it in left side. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Darnold. This one into the hands of Smith and Jigba. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold again. Open, left side is Barner. Now Seattle will use the final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
3rd down.
Third down, 3 to go. Darnold to the air once more. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our head. Both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the gun, it's Young. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Taking off, and Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
Gain of 18. That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Young. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Looking down the field, but that ball's incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll be brought down. Short return And they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2nd and 10. Shaheed in motion. They'll go play action with Darnold. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. To throw is Darnold. He'll try to run for it. And he will have the Seahawks 1st down. They wind up with a gain of 8 on 3rd and 4.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs. And now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
On play action, here's Darnold. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 9. Darnold now to throw. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Darnold to throw. That is caught. He finds Walker. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion. Continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A give to Charbonnet. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The 22-yard line.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
He's got his big tight end, Eric Sauber. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0.
14. Panthers, nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. To throw, Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
Here's Young to throw. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And that'll set up fourth down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
A second down throw for Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Out of the shotgun, Young. Pass taken in by Dowdle. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Panther first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
13 more yards. That's another Panthers first down. First and...
We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it looked like like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Well, Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. They'll be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Darnold to throw on 1st down. This one complete downfield to Walker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
There's a short one taken in by Barner. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's done. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. They get 16 on that connection. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
To the pylon, he's in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
In this offense, they just continue to find such creative ways to get the ball into the hands of their playmakers. And this time they use the pre-snap motion to help their guy gain leverage. And it's just an easy pitch and catch for the touchdown.
Now the point after try. One taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround. Now Young. Looking down the field there, but it falls.
All game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
On 2nd down, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a third, so good decision. Just throw it away.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Tremble comes in motion. From the gun, it's Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They'll go. Young. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Inside the 10, it is caught. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety?
A dive, and he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks are able to extend the advantage to 28-0.
Panthers nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. To return is Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense about ready to take over once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Young. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
At the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing is Young. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Woo! Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight, they continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
They motion a receiver right. Young to throw on 1st and 10. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receiver's saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
To throw is Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Gotta give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Tremble comes in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down by Trevin Wallace. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Seattle.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here's Walker. Marked down at the 6.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
J.C. Horn on the tackle. A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. In motion is Barner. They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
Seahawks.
Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Now the point after try from Myers. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10. Now Young, a very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Young. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
Leonard Williams
It's now 3rd down.
in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
Just seems that nothing has gone right all game for this offense, and that's what happens when your quarterback just faces relentless pressure. You just can't generate any kind of offense, and I think that's the biggest reason there's a big old 0 up on that scoreboard.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here we go. One final play. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.